Everyone who is a Christian battles against sin. It's something we all do. Some are much better at than others. But when you transition into being a spiritual Christian, it's not enough. The evil one, the devil, is constantly scheming against you. But how do you know what his latest plan is to spoil your life? And just how do you spoil his diabolical plans for you? I'm going to tell you right now. Hey, I'm author Mike Ramsey, and this is Michael Ramsey Books, where I show people how to transform their ordinary relationship with God into a spiritual one. If you haven't already subscribed on YouTube, be sure to hit the red subscribe button and ring the notification bell now. Numbers 13:1. The Lord said to Moses, "Send some men to explore the land of Canaan, which I'm giving to the Israelites." Joshua 2:1. Then Joshua, son of Nun, secretly sent 2 spies from Shittim. "Go, look over the land," he said, "especially Jericho." Judges 7:9. During the night the Lord said to Gideon, "Get up and go down against the camp, because I'm giving it into your hands." If you're afraid to attack, go down to the camp with your servant Purah and listen to what they're saying. Afterwards, you'll be encouraged to attack the camp. Incident of spies being sent out throughout the history of Israel go on and on. Once again, remember what I told you earlier. Israel is God's magnifying glass. It is a model, a guide for us today in the form of a nation. It's another one of the reasons why the evil one hates Israel so much. It wasn't enough then, and it's not enough now for you to merely defend yourself against sin. You must figure out what the enemy is up to. In a previous video, I talked about the importance of watching. When you do this, you are, in a sense, spying on the enemy. Instead of sitting back and being fat, dumb, and happy, we as spiritual Christians must be vigilant. You must be on guard and be thinking ahead about what the enemy is up to next. In other words, what plan does he have in store for you? Because I promise you, he does. He always has something in the works. We don't always know what that something is. However, sometimes we do know. Sometimes he tips his hand and you can catch it if you're watching. Oftentimes, it's the same attack coming at you again. For example, if the evil one was successful at driving you into sin or poverty by taking away your job, it's likely he will try it again and again. But if you're watching and paying attention to the spiritual behind the physical, you'll see it coming, and you can be proactive and take measures before it happens again and again. Let's say, for example, you have a great job and everything is going fine. And even though I'm using a job as an illustration, it could be a relationship or anything else. Then they hire a new person. The new person is a two-faced political animal. Your boss thinks they're the greatest thing ever, but everyone else knows they're a goober. They're so nice to you in front of other people, but so abusive when no one's watching. It's not the first time this has happened, but this time, instead of waiting until you see a box sitting on your desk before crying out to the Lord about the injustice. You're going to take action immediately when you get a whiff of spiritual activity. Matthew 6:13, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Instead of sitting around waiting for your boss who's been snowed under to tell you to pack your box, this time you're going to pay attention to the scene behind the scenes. This time you're going to bring the matter before the Lord, just as the Lord showed us when he taught his disciples how to pray. This time you're going to be specific when you pray. This is your third spiritual weapon, because when you put forth the effort, the Lord is much more likely to put forth the effort on his part. But if you're not willing to cover the details and ask for specific things, why would you expect the Lord to cover you? Even though the Lord's Prayer is general, you must be specific. The Lord's Prayer is a model. He's giving us an outline, not a magical formula. If you were to pray something to the effect of, "Lord, please help me at my job," don't expect anything. Instead, pray for the little things each day. Bring up the meeting you're going to have. Ask the Lord to send away the evils who are bothering you and helping them. When you pray this way, the way I say, the Lord will fight for you. In addition, he may bring other things to mind. You may see things you wouldn't have otherwise. You may be given knowledge of something no one knows. All these things are things you won't have if you don't seek the Lord's counsel. Now, you may very well see the box again, but this time it may be sitting on the goober's desk instead of yours. Next time, next step, more battle plans. Again, if you haven't already subscribed on YouTube, be sure and do so now. Can't wait until next time. Visit me at michaelramseybooks.com.